You've just stepped onto the plane. The air smells like recycled coffee, the seatbelt sign's blinking, and you're trying not to bump anyone with your bag. Most people sit down and start scrolling. But here's the truth. What you do in the first 5 minutes after boarding can shape your entire flight. I'm talking about avoiding delays, protecting your stuff, staying healthy, and even scoring better seats. Miss just one of these steps, and you might end up jet-lagged, dehydrated, or worse, with a broken laptop or lost passport. This isn't just a routine, it's a checklist seasoned travelers swear by. So if you want to fly smarter, travel lighter, and avoid rookie mistakes, stick around till the end. You'll walk off that plane calmer, safer, and maybe even with a few pro-level upgrades the airline doesn't want you to know. Let's jump in. 21. Confirm your seat assignment. Before you even sit down, double-check the seat number on your boarding pass. It sounds obvious, but mix-ups happen all the time, and it's not just awkward. It can delay the whole boarding process. Airlines often skip letters like I and S to avoid confusion. Also, the layout can vary. Not all A seats are windows. So don't assume. Look at the row on the overhead bin, then count from the window inward. If there's already someone in your spot, stay calm. Ask to compare boarding passes. If there's a mistake, let the flight attendant sort it. The last thing you want is a heated argument at 30,000 feet. Once you confirm it's your seat, stow your bag, settle in, and get ready to outsmart the rest of the plane. 20. Secure bin space smartly. Overhead bin space is not guaranteed, and it's not yours just because it's above your seat. It's first come, first served. If you're boarding later in the process, you might find your row full. Don't panic. Seasoned travelers know the move. Store your carry-on bag in an available space closer to the front, never behind. Why? Because during deplaning, you exit forward. If your bag's behind you, you'll have to wait for everyone in the aisle too. Leave first, and that can cost you precious time if you've got a tight connection. Place your bag wheels out or handles out, depending on the depth. That makes it easier to grab later. Scan bin space as you walk down the aisle and grab what you can. Trust me, missing bin space isn't just inconvenient, it can be a domino effect for your whole trip. 19. Stash your personal item properly. Your personal item isn't just a bag, it's your in-flight survival kit. It holds the things you'll actually use during the flight. Headphones, snacks, charger, water, maybe a book. But here's the trick. Not all underseat spaces are equal. Window seats often have entertainment boxes that steal your legroom. Some aisle seats are clear but narrow. Before you get comfy, slide your personal item under the seat in front of you and test the fit. If it's tight, pull out the essentials and stash them in the seat pocket, just not your passport or wallet. Seat pockets are black holes. Keep valuables zipped in your bag or close to your body. Organize smart, and your whole flight gets easier. 18. Test all seat features. Don't wait until you're in the air to realize your screen doesn't work. The moment you sit down, check everything: the touchscreen, headphone jack, USB port, and tray table. Make sure the seat reclines properly and nothing's jammed. If anything's broken, speak up now. Flight attendants can sometimes move you to a better seat, even premium if economy's full, but only if you act early. Say something polite like, "Hey, my screen isn't working. Are there any open seats I could move to?" It's way better to ask now than suffer through a long flight with no entertainment or a broken seat. Remember, once that seatbelt sign goes on, your options shrink fast. 17. Locate the emergency exits. Yes, you heard the announcement a million times, but this time actually look. Find the closest emergency exit and then find your second closest. Count how many rows between you and each one. In an emergency, you might not see well or hear instructions. You'll be navigating by feel. Knowing your path ahead of time makes a huge difference. Most people will panic. You'll already have a plan. Also, if you're seated in an exit row and don't feel comfortable with the responsibility, now is the time to speak up. It's better to move seats now than freeze up in a real emergency. Flight crews appreciate honesty, not silence. 16. Check for the life vest. Here's a simple habit that could literally save your life. Reach under your seat and glance for the yellow life vest packet. You don't need to touch it, just make sure it's there. You'd be surprised how often they go missing. Sometimes passengers steal them as souvenirs. If it's not there, press your call button and report it. FAA rules require every seat to have one before takeoff. It might seem paranoid, but in a water landing, which does happen, that life vest is your only float. Don't just trust it's there. Check. It takes 2 seconds, and it's smart. Not strange. 15. Adjust your air vent. That little round nozzle above your head, it does more than cool you down. Turn it on gently and aim the airflow toward your upper chest or face, because it creates a tiny barrier that can help keep germs away, especially useful during flu season or long flights. It also helps with motion sickness by keeping you feeling fresher and more alert. Cabin air is dry and stuffy, so even a small breeze can make a big difference. Just don't blast it directly into your eyes. That'll just dry them out. This simple trick helps you stay more comfortable, and most passengers completely ignore it. 14. Scan your surroundings. Take 1 minute to look around. Who's next to you? Who's behind you? Anyone coughing nonstop? A restless toddler already kicking the seat? Someone eyeing everyone's bags a little too closely? This isn't being paranoid, it's being aware. Airplane theft is a real thing. When people sleep or watch movies with noise-canceling headphones, their stuff can easily go missing. Just knowing who's around you helps. Make brief eye contact, offer a polite hello, it sets a cooperative tone. And if you're by the aisle, let your seatmates know you're happy to move if they need to get up. It makes the whole row more comfortable and avoids awkward mid-flight climbing. 13. Download entertainment before takeoff. Your phone still has signal. Use it. This is your last chance to download shows, movies, music, or games before airplane mode. Even if the plane has seatback screens, they glitch. Or worse, there's nothing good on them. Always have a backup. A couple of episodes from a series you like, a podcast, maybe a playlist to sleep to. Think of it like packing snacks. Don't count on what's handed to you. Pre-downloading entertainment means you stay in control of your time, especially on long flights where boredom hits hard. 12. Set your clock to destination time. This is one of the smartest things travelers do. As soon as you're in your seat, change your phone or watch to your destination's time zone. It starts your brain's adjustment early. If you're flying overnight, you'll know when to sleep, not just based on your body, but on where you're landing. Trying to fight jet lag after arrival is rough. Start shifting your schedule now, even if it's just mentally. It helps more than you think. 11. Drink water immediately. The moment you sit down, start drinking water. Planes are dry, like desert dry, with humidity levels sometimes below 20%. That means your body loses moisture fast. Dehydration leads to headaches, fatigue, dry skin, and even worse, jet lag. Don't wait for the flight attendant to hand you a tiny cup. Bring your own refillable water bottle and fill it at the gate. Sip slowly and often. Avoid alcohol and coffee early in the flight. They'll dehydrate you more. Staying hydrated also helps your immune system work better and recycle cabin air. It keeps your skin and throat from drying out, especially on long flights. A few sips every hour make a big difference. Make hydration a habit, not an afterthought. It's a small move with a big impact on how you feel when you land, refreshed instead of run down. 10. Be nice to the crew. A friendly hello and a smile can go a long way. Flight attendants are watching passengers from the moment you board. They notice who's polite, who's difficult, and who might be a problem later. A kind greeting sets a positive tone. You don't need to be overly chatty, just respectful and patient. Remember, they deal with hundreds of people in a tight space under pressure. And here's a little secret. Helpful, polite passengers often get treated better. You might get offered an extra drink, a snack, or even a seat upgrade, especially if something goes wrong during the flight. If you need something later, they'll remember that you were kind. So treat the crew well from the start. A simple thanks or no rush shows that you understand they're doing their job. It's basic manners, and it might just make your flight experience a whole lot smoother. Call on 9. Prepare for motion sickness. Even if you don't usually feel sick, turbulence can sneak up on anyone. That's why it's smart to prepare ahead of time. First, know where your air sickness bag is, usually in the seat pocket. If you're prone to motion sickness, take medicine before takeoff. Once symptoms start, pills won't help much. Another easy trick? Turn on your air vent and aim it toward your chest or face. The cool air calms your senses and helps reduce nausea. If you have a window seat, look out and focus on the horizon. If not, find a still point inside the cabin, like the seat back or exit sign. Looking at a fixed object helps your brain and inner ear stay in sync. These small steps are simple, but they make a huge difference if turbulence hits. You'll stay calmer, more comfortable, and avoid that awful queasy feeling at 35,000 feet. 8. Sanitize smartly. Before you relax, grab a sanitizing wipe and do a quick cleanup. Focus on high touch. Spots, tray table, seatbelt buckle, armrest, screen, and the latch on your tray. Planes get clean, but usually in a rush between flights. Germs from the last passenger could still be there. Wiping down your area takes less than a minute, but helps protect you from catching a cold or worse, especially on long flights. Where you're touching your face, eating, or resting your head, a little hygiene goes a long way. Don't forget to use hand sanitizer after visiting the bathroom too. And please, don't stash used wipes in the seat pocket. Use the air sickness bag or your own trash bag. Staying clean isn't about paranoia. It's just smart travel hygiene that can save you from getting sick and ruining your trip before it even begins. 7. Secure loose items. Before takeoff, check that everything is put away properly. Loose items can become dangerous if the plane hits sudden turbulence or makes a sharp stop. Your phone, glasses, snacks, anything sitting freely on your tray table needs to be stored. Put important stuff either back in your personal item or in the seat pocket for now, temporarily. Also, make sure your tray table is locked, your seat is upright, and your bag is tucked all the way under the seat in front of you. These little steps aren't just rules, they're about your safety and everyone else's too. If things get bumpy, you won't be scrambling to grab stuff or ducking flying water bottles. Take 60 seconds to double check your space. It gives you peace of mind and keeps your area neat, safe, and ready for a smooth takeoff. Asterisk 6. Change your clock to destination time. As soon as you sit down, change the time on your phone and watch to the time at your destination. Why? It helps your body adjust faster, especially if you're flying across time zones. If you're flying east and losing time, try to sleep during the flight, even if you're not tired yet. If you're flying west and gaining time, do your best to stay awake, even if you're feeling sleepy. This small trick helps beat jet lag before it starts. Your brain begins syncing with the new time zone right away. The earlier you adjust, the easier your first day at your destination will be. Most people wait until they land and end up feeling tired and foggy for days. Set your internal clock early and give your body the signal it needs to start adjusting. While you're still in the air, 5. Download last-minute entertainment. Before you switch to airplane mode, use the last few minutes of mobile data to download entertainment. Seatback screens break, Wi-Fi cuts out, and sometimes the movies are just boring. Be smart, download your favorite playlist, a podcast episode, or a few episodes of that series you've been meaning to watch. This way, you have full control over your in-flight fun. If you're traveling with kids, this step is even more important. Don't rely on the airline to keep them occupied. Also, entertainment apps often let you watch things offline, so download directly through Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, or Audible. A fully loaded phone or tablet can turn a long, boring flight into a chill, distraction-filled one. You'll be glad you planned ahead. When that in-flight entertainment is temporarily unavailable, message pops up. A few downloads now equals hours of peace later. 4. Check your seatbelt position. It might sound too simple, but how you wear your seatbelt really matters. Make sure it's fastened low across your hips, not your belly. This way, if there's sudden turbulence or an emergency landing, you're better protected. Also, keep it visible, over any blanket or jacket. Why? Because flight attendants need to check it quickly during safety checks, and if they can't see it, they'll have to wake you or ask you to adjust. No one wants that. If you're planning to sleep, tighten it just a little more than usual so it stays secure as you move. You don't want to get jolted if the plane shakes mid-nap. A correctly placed, snug seatbelt keeps you safe and lets you relax without worrying about the fastened seatbelt sign. It's a small detail most people overlook, but it makes a big difference when things get bumpy. 3. Open the window shade. If you're sitting at the window, make sure your shade is open before takeoff. This isn't just for the view, it's for safety. In an emergency, open shades let both passengers and flight crew quickly assess outside conditions. They help identify smoke, fire, debris, or blocked exits. Plus, natural light helps your body stay awake during daytime flights, which can also reduce jet lag if you're adjusting to a new time zone. During landing, flight attendants may ask you to open it again for the same reason, so emergency responders can see inside the cabin if needed. If you're resting during the flight, feel free to close it, but always follow instructions when asked to keep it open. That small action might seem minor, but in the rare chance something goes wrong, visibility can save lives. Bright skies may be annoying, but they can also be life-saving. 2. Do a quick body reset. Before takeoff, take 1 minute to breathe and reset. Flying can be stressful, the crowds, the rushing, the waiting. But now that you're seated, take a breath. Close your eyes, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat 5 times. It calms your nervous system and relaxes your body. This simple breathing trick reduces anxiety and tension, lowers your heart rate, and helps with jet lag too. You're not just flying, you're giving your body a chance to recharge. Set a positive thought in your mind. This flight will be smooth, or I'm on the way to something good. It sounds cheesy, but it works. You'll feel better, think clearer, and probably sleep better too. While others are stressed and fidgeting, you'll be calm and ready. Travel isn't just about getting there. It's about how you feel along the way. 1. Stretch without leaving your seat. You don't need to wait for the seatbelt sign to move your body. Sitting still for hours can cause stiff joints, swelling, or worse, deep vein thrombosis, DVT. But you can stretch right from your seat. First, roll your shoulders a few times. Then stretch your arms over your head and twist gently from side to side. Circle your ankles and flex your feet every 30 minutes. It keeps your blood flowing and reduces the risk of cramps or swelling. If you're in an aisle seat and the seatbelt sign is off, get up and walk a short loop through the cabin. It helps wake you up and keeps your body happy. Staying active doesn't need to be dramatic. Small movements add up. These stretches are especially important on long flights, where sitting still for hours can affect your health. Move a little, feel a lot better when you land. Want to master every flight like a pro? I've got more travel tricks, packing hacks, and airport secrets waiting for you. Check out my other videos and fly smarter every time.